Namaste, namaste everyone. Thanking everyone for providing a platform, especially to Dr. Krishna Sharma, and thanking all the teachers so that I could learn and share some of my experiences with everyone. I would like to begin today's session by chanting a Shanti Mantra because at present day, at present context, uh, we are facing the pandemic situation, and with the by knowing the principle of Yoga Sutra of chapter 133, Maitri Karuna Muditopekshānam Sukadukka Punya Punya Vishayānam Bhavanataha Chitta Prasadanam. So, yogi should cultivate uh, a mood of karuna, compassion for the suffering people as well as universe. So, having a proper attitude and mood will help us develop a proper mood also to share this knowledge. So, I would like to start with Shanti Mantra. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishah Gobrahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yeah. Just would like to clarify whether everyone can hear me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, coming to the present scenario of the world, just 1 month back, I went to Mumbai, even though I was introduced as I'm from Moscow. Now I'm in India. I returned from Indonesia 3 months back. Last month I was in Mumbai. So as soon as I landed in Mumbai, I was reading the newspapers and media because in Maharashtra the second wave came little early than Karnataka. So it was continuously giving news like third wave is gonna harm the children, the age group of children very much. So lots of discussions was going on, and also I came here to Bangalore to see my sister give birth to child. So we family came here also. So repeatedly these Bangaloreans were speaking about this, about the third wave and what we are gonna face. How to face this. It's gonna affect more the children. And Honorable Chief Minister also appointed a committee headed by Chairman Dr. Devi Prasad Shetty, and his interview which he gave to NDTV also, he was telling, even though I'm not a epidemiologist specialist, based on lots of research and expertise advices and seeing the situation in other countries, so it is probably it's gonna be happen. And my auntie, when I went day before, in her, she was mentioning in TV other day during Father's Day, so many children were saying I have lost my father, mother. So if this is the case, if children is going to affect, you can see the same, the parents are going to tell that we are lost children. So in this context, how we can make use of this great science of yoga given to us as a gift from our parampara, from our ancient masters. We should be really thankful. And also, being yoga teachers and yoga therapists, there is a great need. We should give time to look at the situation outside, and we do some research and analyze and give our best to the society to face this third wave. So with this small introduction, I would like to start some of the things I analyzed with regard to my topic, mechanism of yoga. Yeah. So by analyzing the mechanism, by analyzing the goal of asana practice. So first of all, as we know, the very goal of yoga is chitta vritti nirodha, as per Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So sometimes I would like to give an example of Srila Prabhupada. He's a great preacher of Bhakti Yoga. So someone asked, what is the goal? Then he is told the chanting the Shuddhanama, the name of the Lord is a goal. And he asked, okay, what is the means? He said it's the same. That is chanting the holy name. Because by the naming, by chanting the name, the heart will be purified, and one day we can chant the pure name, which is non-different from the Lord. Like in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, also we can see about the chanting of pranava in Ishvara Pranidhana. So, so sometimes it is the goal and means are same. The practicing of the asana and practicing of asana in a good way is a goal. So quality of practice is different when we begin the practice as well as when we reach a betterment in the asana practice, like the Prayatna Shaitilya principles, that is minimizing the effort, all those things we can see in Yoga Sutra. So the Chittavritti Nirodha, or the relaxation of the mind to reach till the Nirodha, like Samadhi level, in different degrees, this goal remains same if we take any of the limb of Ashtanga Yoga, starting from Yama Niyama, yeah, all the way till the Samadhi. So for asana also it applies. So later we will see also, to get this result, in what way if we practice we can get better results, that we'll see later. So this is chitta vritti nirodha part. And also the benefit of asana is explained, goal of asana is explained in Patanjali Yoga Sutra itself, that tato dvandva anabhigatah, the dualities. So dualities, in simple way we can see different uh, oppositions in the body, in the mind, or positive energy, negative energy. So in different levels we can analyze. In the physical body, if we see, if we can take the help of Ayurvedic principle of three dosha, imbalance in the three dosha. So as well as in mental level, manomaya kosha level, in we can see the imbalance in the three gunas. Yeah, emotions. Yeah, so like that also in the energy wise pranic body also. So all these things started balancing in the body, which is the benefit of asana, which we can experience easily. Like if in the morning when I start practice I feel heavy, at the end of the practice I feel light. Yeah, so we can see the excess mucus congestion in my nostrils. In the beginning it is blocked, then it gets opened. The dosha level, the guna level, I am feeling more sattvic, lighter. So these benefits are right there, it is very visible very clearly. So lots of balancing thing happening. Yeah. And then Hatha Yoga Pradipika explains that the benefits of asana at the end of the chapter, that sthiram arogyam angalagavam. So sthirata, same like uh, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, just before beginning of the pranayama, atasane dhride yogi. So it makes one firm, and also sthairya, the stability is coming, and arogyam, that is arogya, as per analyzing we can see later with Ayurveda, because Ayurveda mainly saying about the three doshas and how we can balance, whereas yoga we can see more about the mind and trigunas. So it brings the health. And angalagavam, again, as we as just now I explained, the lightness coming both in the body and mental level. And then before beginning of pranayama shlokas in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, tasmin sati. So after one practice asanas, then atasane dride yogi. So once he is become firm in the asana, then we get into the pranayama practice. So this says this benefit, this gives us a clue of benefit of asana, that it prepares us to do the higher and higher limbs. It first prepares ourselves to prepare us to do the next immediate limb, that is pranayama, and then also for other limbs as well. Like for example, when Hatha Yoga Pradipika says the greatest among asana is Siddhasana, once he has sit in Siddhasana, how he can do the higher practices like meditation. So this uh, why we analyze the benefit, because this also helps us to understand the method which we have to practice to get into this. And also it helps us, if we do in a specific way, then it functions in a specific way to get that higher goal. Yeah. So for example, if we incorporate some of the higher limb into the asana practice, like for example, when we the parampara, one parampara speaks about practicing tristana in the asana practice. Yeah, the swachaswasa, proper breathing methodology, vinyasa, body and movement, bodily movement and breathing uh, synchronization, as well as the drishti, where we gaze in the practice. So when we follow some of the, and also some of the bandha practice within the asana practice, one of the previous lecture I was also hearing. So when we incorporate some of the deeper aspects into our normal yoga practice, the mechanism itself changes, and the results also gets improved. So that's why some of these discussions can be useful. Yeah. So let's come into the second way of analyzing by knowing the method of asana practice. Yeah. If we see the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, how Chittavritti Nirodha happens, Sage Patanjali says, because it is Abhyasa and Vairagya. Even in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna uh, preaching to Arjuna, he says, mind can be controlled through Abhyasa and Vairagya. So, Abhyasa and Vairagya, if you analyze, then what is Abhyasa? Tatra sthitau yatno abhyasaha, repeatedly doing to get the proper sthiti of the mind. Yeah. So then if we see how to do abhyasa, then satu dirghakala nairantarya satkara sevito dridabhumihi. So it should be done considerably for a longer period of time, and also more regularly as possible, as well as with proper mode, satkara, brahmacharya, and some swadhyaya, all these things comes in satkara. So this also gives us hint of some uh, preachings of Sri Tirumalai Krishnamacharya about properly having the bhavana. Satkara, we can connect with also bhavana, having proper mood, the goal behind my practice. It may purify over a period of thing, but this is different. So that also decides about our practice, why I am practicing, and what is my intention and consciousness and focus during the practice, which can also be connected with Prayatna Shaitila's Ananta Samapattivyam. Different explanations are there. Today I was just discussing the same with our previous or one of my friend and Mangalore University student, graduate yoga graduate Rishikesh. So we were discussing about Vyasa Bhashya today, Kannada book from Ramakrishna Mission. So in that it was there, by meditating on Ananta, as well as by reducing the effort in the asana, when asana is becoming, both way, when we are able to do the practice easily by over a period of time, uh, so unnecessary force should be regulated, so that some energy will be saved, that can be shifted to do some deeper aspect of the asana, like focusing of the bandhas, drishti, as well as some bhavana, or even meditation on Ananta, like that. Yeah. So here abhyasa concept, abhyasa and vairagya. For example, I was also hearing the previous lecture. Sorry, I forgot the names of the sir. He was mentioning about the meditation as well as the diet. Yeah. So some of the self control by you taking in mind of concept like vairagya, having the patya, proper sattvic food, which also enhances better results in the practice, as well as it improves the asana practice itself. Yeah. So then there is a concept of tristana. We just touched about shasochasa in the practice. So altogether, it can change the uh, mechanism in the asana practice. For example, uh, Sri Patabijoy explains in Yogamala about the equal length of the breath. Of course, we have to breathe deeply and try to uh, do deep breathing with keeping in mind of the equal length of the breath. For example, when I was doing lead class, Ashtanga lead classes, Vinyasa system, when class is quiet, Surya Namaskara, Ekam, Dve, when they reach to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog position, which is the sthiti, where we stay and breathe. So if we on all class everyone is doing the same pose, when you hear the breathing, you can hear only exhalation sound. That means people are exhaling more and little negligence on the inhalation part. When we focus little bit on enhancing, increasing little length of the inhalation also, then we can see it stimulates the mulabandha. Yeah. So in that way the practice improves, and the effect also we can feel right away, the lightness at the end of downward dog. When we finished 5 breathing, when you do jump through to sapta, you can feel the lightness and the lift where bandhas, because of the uddiyana and mula coming. So drishti, the chin going down. Yeah. So all these things are incorporated. And vinyasa, so knowing the vinyasa, the number of steps, as well as synchronizing the breathing with the bodily movement, so it reduces the hurrying of movement, one steps to other step, because when we do that goes more into the exercise kind of um, benefit by the asanas, less on chitta vritti nirodha happening. So the restless movement should be controlled by practicing proper vinyasa. And drishti, when we are gazing to the one point, the aspect of higher elements like dharana is coming, so that gives more focus and also stimulation, because some of the drishtis involved directly connects with the third chapter of Hadeva Pradipika, like the mudra, like Shambhavi mudra or Nasagra. So these mudras are also connected to stimulate the adharas. Yeah. And the bandhas and the bhavanas are little advanced level, it can be incorporated during the asana. And next thing is also about the sequence. So about the sequence while fixing in parampara, we can see that primary, intermediate, advanced, like Tirumalai Krishnamacharya in his Yogasanagalu Kannada book, he mentions Prathamika, Madhyamika, and Prauda practices. So these are and also lots of explanations why it is done, based on the cleansing the grosser nadis and slowly going to the subtle and subtler nadis. Yeah. So and also about practicing beginning sequence and finishing sequence. The beginning, why we should practice Surya Namaskara, and then finishing with the inversions, like Viparita Karani series, Viparita Karani or Sarvangasana, Shirshasana. So in Yogamala book also, Sri Pratapji explains that in the morning, in the different koshas, the pitta dosha are accumulated, and when we do sudden inversions, there is all chance of pitta getting into the higher limb like brain, which is not good. So it should be moved first by doing the Surya Namaskara and the standing asanas. So these things are also very important, and it decides better mechanism of the asanas. Then also the principle of the uh, sorry, if the organizer can tell me when it is 5 minutes, it will be helpful. Sorry, giving extra work. Yeah, the Ayurveda Dinacharya, if we analyze through that, it is very important that we should learn this Ayurveda Dinacharya, which is meant for everyone, for the humanity. Yeah, so asana, we can see where it comes as a vyayama. In the Dinacharya, the exercise is clearly mentioned. And Ayurveda Acharya is saying that the doing exercise helps to balance the doshas and to improve the digestion and eliminate the toxics, which are very important. So if we see a general concept of vyayama, we can see yoga coming from long tradition, a time tested, as well as it brings sattva guna. Many times you can see some not uh, saying what is great or not, just analyzing some of the facts, like when we are doing some other exercise, we can also see some people develop more rajoguna, tamoguna, getting more attraction to the unhealthy drinks and the diets. Yeah, so so here we can see more and more sattoguna develops, as well as it is long time tested. This is the plus point we have to take the asana into this yoga dinacharya vyayama concept. So in that way, when we do, why all these things are told in the dinacharya, because to balance the and get a swastha. Yeah, swastha concept of balancing three dosha, agnis, dhatus, and different mala kriya, improving the functioning of elimination and prasanna atma indriya manaha. So so both mental, physical, and even spiritual level are touched in Ayurveda. So this asanas definitely helps in different levels. So as we know, Ayurveda says the how much important it is to have a proper jataragni. So in different asana practice, we can see like Mayurasana, Ardhamatsyendrasana, Viparita practices, how it is given importance that these practices improve the jataragni by improving the proper digestion. Yes, sir.
So, sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah.
Please conclude.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Welcome. Yeah. So also by improving the blood circulation and activating vata, which is the main benefit of doing either vyayama. Yeah. So I could conclude that by doing different asana practice in Tridosha level, Triguna level, Panchakosha level, or even if we consider from Sankhya and Shadvimshati Tattva, from all point of view, asanas are of great importance and a great contribution to the humanity. Thank you.